Hello and welcome, my Bloons Monkey Cityers, and welcome to another episode of Bloons Monkey City. So if you guys at all paid attention when I first uploaded my video at around 9 o'clock last night, the video was pretty messed up. Uh, Basically, I had two audio streams going at the exact same time. How the heck did that happen? Which, by the way, uh, that exactly doesn't happen that often. I have had it happen like a couple times in my entire life, but you would be a bit surprised at how many times like one thing will get messed up in a video. It just totally ruin the video. I don't know how many times. I would say I've gotten better over time. Obviously, you streamline things and you get better at things over time. But uh, I messed it up. Well, here, let's see what do we got going on today. So we're going to continue on with Bloons Monkey City Squareabout Way, and we're going to continue on. But instead of going from the bottom right corner and working all the way away, like all the way up, we're going to try and get to the corners as fast as possible. So we're going to start in the middle of the map and work our way towards the top right corner. Today's shouldn't be that crazy difficult, but it is a DDT tile, and DDT tiles near the corner of the maps are pretty darn tough, to say the least. But anyways, what happened with the video last night? Which, if you missed it, yeah, it sounded horrific because I had myself talking twice over each other of different things, not the same thing. So like echoed, it was two different things. How the heck does that happen? Well, I use Audacity to record my audio. So when I record it, all I do is I press the little record button. When I'm done, I press the little stop button. When I'm done, I press file and I export it. It's perfect. So I export it and then I start my next video. Anyways, I left my Audacity up and everything, and then when I was ready to record again, all I did was I went over to the little record button and I pressed record again. Sadly, I didn't realize that I still had my other stream in there, so I had two Bloons Monkey Cities, basically like last time's Bloons Monkey City audio, plus the new Bloons Monkey City audio in two like different streams at the exact same time. So it just turned out to be not so nice, to say the least. But that's what happened. Too bad, so sad. We'll fix it. And this is just going to be a partial post commentary. And because the last video was only 22-ish minutes long, I was actually able to save the last 12 minutes of the audio, so I'm just going to use it. I don't care. I'm just going to use it, and whatever I talked about is just going to kind of jump from me doing post commentary to me doing the new commentary. So we'll see what happens and see how we like it. So today's video is going to be mainly concerning the engineer. Why the engineer, Chris? Well, I feel like the engineer is kind of fun and interesting, especially when you get fourth tier balloon traps. Balloon traps. I was almost going to say balloon shipper, but I saved myself there. But I've heard a lot of really good things about the balloon traps. So I'm like, all right, let's test it out. Let's see if we can get some good balloon trap action in here and make everything fantastic. So, first of all, balloon traps are fairly expensive. I mean, they're $2,940, so about $3,000 overall. It's a little bit on the expensive side. But the cool thing about the balloon traps is they give you money. So if you don't know exactly how they work, your sentry gun or your engineer will throw a balloon trap anywhere in his range, and then once the balloon trap absorbs a certain amount of balloons, usually like I don't know 300 or so, uh, he will you can like click on that little box and it'll give you some money. And at first it gives you like $600, which by the way, I actually didn't know that it changed in Bloons Monkey City because again, this is like my first time using them because this is post commentary. I know that I already used them before. And I know what I had. I know what kind of problems I had. So anyways, as soon as you said I got $550. What? Yeah, man, that's pretty freaking amazing. Oh man, trucks driving by. Big garbage trucks actually. Why do they collect garbage every day? I think it might have actually been a bus. I don't know. I didn't really see it. It just sounded like a truck or garbage truck. The problem is that if you don't actually click on your engineer's balloon traps, they're not worth as much money. Which, yeah, I mean, it's kind of lame, but you got to keep on top of it. Like, if you get like 3 different balloon traps in different areas, you really got to pay attention to who's sucking up balloons and who's getting money for you and all that good stuff. But as you can tell, it does pop a pretty reasonable amount of balloon. And like pop, I mean, what happens inside of a balloon trap, nobody knows. But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit on the crazy side how many balloons he can absorb. So anyways, here we go. We got a boa coming on. I'm actually going to fast road spike it. And then he actually absorbed 3 whopping ceramics over there. So round 8 was the first Moab. That's actually a good thing for us because our balloon trap, even though I usually liked him to be more towards the front, he was able to be used much more effectively by having him near the back. But now we have another Moab leaking through here, and this is one's going to be a little more difficult. 3 ceramics are not going to get absorbed by this balloon trap, and it's going to turn out pretty darn bad. So if you're wondering, why am I talking about the balloon trap so much? I really want to talk about the balloon trap because I've never used it before. This is my first time using it, and I wanted to see if it was like a viable way to go around doing a lot of good, awesome engineering. So anyways, if you notice that, I clicked on that balloon trap. What the heck? It was $276. What's going on over there? That's not exactly the best thing ever. No, it's actually kind of bad now. You're going from getting almost $600 down to 200 and something, about half the amount of money. Is it really worth it anymore? Is the balloon trap really worth it? As far as killing balloons in the early game, yeah. In the mid game, maybe. In the late game, no. Late game, he is actually quite bad. And I'll show you guys in just a few seconds here what actually happens, but it's not exactly good. So actually ended up getting $500 still, so that's pretty nice, but it does change. Anyways, if you notice, how much money did I really get out of this engineer? I would say he is technically getting me money, which is kind of weird, because you get a tower, and he gives you money. Like, not very many towers will actually do that over time. Farms, but that's like what the tower is meant to be. It's meant to give you money. And then there's a couple other ones like snipers and a cobra in battles. They can give you slight amounts of money, but overall, not very many towers will like pay for themselves. Even in a couple of rounds, even like 5-10 rounds, they usually don't pay for themselves very quickly. It takes a long time. But our oh no, look at that balloon trap up there. It's actually in a really, really bad spot. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like it's being stupid right now. It's like the balloons aren't getting absorbed. And that's just lame because the balloon trap will never go away until you click on it. Until, well, obviously when it's full of balloons. So if it's never going to get full of balloons, that balloon trap is going to be worthless forever. So I'm really hoping that on these next few rounds, it starts absorbing some of these balloons just randomly. Just, come on. Slurp them up, little balloon trap. So the balloon trap is pretty much the age-old question of what happens to Pokemon inside of Pokeballs. Oh no! Oh my goodness! We're down to 40 lives already. What happened? Well, I had two ninjas. I had Moab Maulers. I had a nice engineer, and we're still losing lives. What is going on here? I don't really know. But let's get another balloon trap while we're at it. We'll get some cleansing foam in here, and we get another $2,600. We can get some more balloon trap action. Solid. But now look at that. The balloon trap only worth $150, and like when it explodes by itself, $180. And there's a BFB. Oh my goodness. Can we take down a BFB? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. It's getting crazy in here though. And it looks like, come on, we need the balloon trap to really hop in here and just do amazing work. Come on, little balloon trap buddy. Little balloon trap buddy. Sucked up a few, but not enough. If there's too many balloons to get through, we're probably gonna end up losing. Up, and we lost. Alright. So we are going to continue. I know, Bloonstones, and more Bloonstones. Hopefully I can beat it this time, though. I mean, I really didn't change that much. I was just kind of hoping my balloon traps would be a little bit better and stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it definitely is a garbage truck outside. It was a garbage truck. Alright. And they're loud and annoying, and nobody likes garbage trucks. So I decided to get a mortar this time. We're going to birdie stuff mortar these guys, and hopefully that will be enough to stop them. It's getting kind of crazy in here, though. There's still more, but the ninjas will hopefully take them down this time, and we do end up surviving with the birdie stuff mortar. But the key thing I want you guys to notice is that at this point in the game, the engineers still might be worth it. Alright, we're still getting like $300 per thing, and if you really add it up over time, it'll probably pay for itself getting $300. You need 10 times is $3,000, and then if you really want to, you can sell it after that. Just like a farm, you can sell it and get a lot of your money back. So it's definitely a nice way to go. But soon, it's not going to be $300. It's going to be $100 and then $50, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And that at that point, it just is not worth it. You're much better off selling it and just saying, screw it, I don't need it. I don't need Bloon Trap anymore. Plus, my Bloon Trap position, I don't even know. I don't even know if that was a good idea. I kind of wanted to do it because I was expecting the BFBs to get popped out and stuff. With like a billion balloons right over there, so I was kind of hoping that he was going to absorb a lot of those things. But I don't know. It didn't really work out as well as I thought it would. Anyways, what is the plan? Well, we've got an Arctic wind, so that's pretty nice. Let's get another balloon trap, maybe just keep getting more money. Again, we're trying to showcase the engineer and seeing how good the balloon traps really are when we get 3 rockin' balloon traps. Anyways, look at these Moabs getting really far. I think I need some more Moab popping power. Can't believe they got that far. Wow. Holy but Jesus. There's still a lot of balloons in there, but the balloon traps, woo! So sadly, the balloon trap's actually kind of far away. That's like what you don't want to do. You never want to have a balloon trap be that far away. We're also trying to get him in the monkey village. So here we go. We've got a lot of balloons in here, but we got the Bernie stuff. We got the Arctic wind. That shouldn't be a big deal for us, right? I hope so. I sure hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to be so upset with things. Anyways, oh yeah, the age-old question. Pokemon and Pokeball. Where do they go? What happens to them? I've heard a lot of theories about this nonsense. So here we go. We're finally getting $101 out of those things. I heard a lot of theories. Oh, by the way, do I like Pokemon? I was the original 150 Pokemon guy. Like, Red and Blue was like one of my favorite games in the entire world. I remember that was back when I had like the regular. It wasn't the original Game Boy, but it was Game Boy Color, which was like one of the first Game Boys, and they ate batteries so fast. They would eat batteries in like 7-8 hours. You put 2 AA batteries in there every 8 hours, and my dad used to charge me for batteries. So realistically, I would only get like, and then like what I would do is I'd have to do chores to afford my battery money, and I'd only get like $5 a week for doing my chores. So if I wanted to play Pokemon a lot, which I did, I'd have to like do my chores. Oh, by the way, I didn't even get $5 every single week. It's just another story after that. But I usually got like $3 a week for my chores. But I was like 10, so I mean that was a little bit low. But when you're 10, money's money, right? That's the only way you're gonna earn money. So I would use all of the money that I got towards batteries. That's like all I did was just buy batteries. That's all of my money went to batteries. I know that's kind of weird, isn't it? To think in this day and age, but you guys are lucky because all of your stuff charges now. You have the rechargeable battery, or you can even buy rechargeable batteries and reuse those. Sadly, I didn't, which was kind of lame. But what you gonna do? Anyways, I would play Pokemon probably, I don't know, 15 hours a week or so. I was hardcore about it. I always my favorite Pokemon by far was Gyarados. By far, every single time in Red and Blue, what I always do is I'd always get my Magikarp at the place in Mount Moon. Because if you raise him up hardcore throughout Mount Moon, eventually you get up to about level like I think you can get to a Gyarados right after you get to Bill's little house thing. You sometimes can get a Gyarados before you face Misty. And if you get a Gyarados before you face Misty, oh man, you're just going to rock literally everything. You can literally rock every single guy besides Lieutenant Surge's like random Raichu in no problem whatsoever. You teach him Ice Beam, you teach him Thunderbolt, you teach him usually keep Bite for a really long time, but he can learn a bunch of other things. He can even learn Fire Blast. He can learn everything. He's a dragon. But he's freaking amazing. Oh my god, DDTs. Woo! DD freaking T's, man. These guys are getting far. Oh my goodness gracious. We got camos all over the place. Getting crazy in here. But we do end up taking most of them down. So I'm going to get the camo detection for my mortar. And I honestly, don't have that much stuff still. I ended up selling some of my engineers in here, and I got some extra money out of it. So like I did make money off of that deal, which is solid. But surprisingly, I'm not doing as well as I thought I would. So here's whoa, 6 DDTs. Oh my god. Can we take him down? The balloon trap's really got to come in here. Oh man, we get 28 freaking dollars. $28 for a balloon trap? What is good? $12. $12 for a balloon trap. Obviously not worth it anymore. So I sold him as well. He's literally never going to make me any money ever, and I'm going to get some more Moab Maulers. And yeah. All right. But anyways, I was talking about, and people ask me, do I like Pokemon? So I tell them like, well, yeah, I used to really, really like it. Like when I was younger, I used to really, really like it. And then it's something that some people will grow out of, some people won't grow out of. I sort of grew out of it. I played Gold and Silver, but I wasn't exactly into it as much. And then I stopped after that. I stopped after Gold and Silver, and then I actually went back and I played on Super John Bombo. Actually, I don't remember. I might have played it on Super John Bombo 2. I might have played like the new Pokemons when they come out, like Pokemon Black and White. I did play them. I just don't remember which channel I played them on. It was a really long time ago, actually. Back when I was only getting like 30 views on a video. Like it was a long time ago. It was look at these DDTs. Whoa, look at that DDT. Look at that DDT. What did you? Oh man, would you look at that? Would you look at that? That's terrible. That's terrible. Look at all these Moab Maulers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're going on our 12th Moab Mauler. We couldn't stop those DDTs. What the heck is going on here? So we're just wasting Bloonstones nonstop today. That's for sure. The Bloonstones are just crazy. I decided to put some of these Moab Maulers on first, and then I'm like, well, that probably wasn't a good idea. Look at all these DDTs. Oh, don't tell me we're going to lose again. Don't tell me we're going to lose again, Chris. No way. No way. Screw this game. This game sucks right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch our strategy a little bit. Since we obviously can't do it with a bunch of Moab Maulers, we're going to switch over to a 2-4 Ninja, and that should hopefully stop these DDTs. Slow them down by half, and that will double the popping power of all my stuff. Definitely a good idea. Also, in post reference, I never got my Monkey Village up to 2-3. I just got up to 0-3, which is not something you want to do usually. So anyways, if you notice, the amazing amount of popping power we got on those DDTs by slowing stuff down is kind of ridiculous. And we easily take all the rest of this stuff down. Not a problem whatsoever. And we're almost done with this one. But again, I think we used, what, 80 Bloonstones? 80 Bloonstones on one level. Look, that's just plain ridiculous. Do I really need to use that many Bloonstones on these levels? No. And honestly, I feel kind of like a noob for having to use so many. I don't kind of feel I do. I feel like a noob, but nevertheless, we're having some fun with it. I just didn't feel like restarting. I don't know why. And then after you use like after you use it like once or twice, you're just like, what's 20 more Bloonstones? I just wasted 60 if I don't end up beating this one, and you just keep on going. But yeah, I kind of moved away from Pokemon. I still don't mind the game. Like I still would play it, maybe. Especially if people wanted to watch me play it, I might end up going back on Super Giant Bombo 3 and playing a little bit more Pokemon for them. But overall, yeah, it's not like my favorite game in the entire world. It's just a fun game. Though I did really, really like, by the way, if you guys have never heard of this game, I highly recommend it. It's one of the earlier. It's called Dragon Warrior Monsters. Came out for the Game Boy, and I don't know. It depends how new you like your games. Because I still like to play old games. That's the thing about me. I like to play old games and all that stuff. But if you don't like playing old games, then you probably won't like Dragon Warrior Monsters. But Dragon Warrior Monsters is like Pokemon, but way more in-depth and like harder. It's really hard to play. Especially Dragon Warrior Monsters 1 was like the most difficult. It's one of those games where like it's hard to beat. Pokemon, you're going to go through the game and you're going to beat it pretty much. You might die a couple times here and there, but overall, you're going to beat it eventually. You don't even need to really know like all the secrets and tricks and all that stuff to beat the game. To be pro at it and to beat other people, yeah, you're probably going to have to be pretty darn good at it, but Dragon Warrior Monsters was a tough game, so I highly recommend it for those people who are like, hey, I'm good at Pokemon, I want to have a challenge, but I like Pokemon type games. Dragon Warrior Monsters is like the way to go. Especially if you just get an emulator or something. You can get an emulator and then just play it on your computer. That's what I do, at least. Even though I think it's technically illegal to have emulators. It's kind of silly because the only games that I get on my emulators are games that I already own. I never like download a bunch of random games just to have them and like test them out. It's like games I already have. I just play on my computer because I'm like I can save easier and I don't have to get my Game Boy out and I can record easier and all that stuff. So it just kind of works out. Anyways, where do the Pokemon go? I know I've been talking about Pokemon for a long time today. I never talked about this in the first Bloons Monkey City episode. I don't even know what the heck I talked about in the first Bloons Monkey City episode. I could have sped it up too. I could have sped this game up. I don't know why I didn't. That would have been a good idea. Post commentary. Woo! But it's too late for that. But a couple theories are like inside the Pokeball is actually like a giant mansion, and like the Pokemon get to move around everywhere, or like they get they're actually that in that theory though, like the Pokemon are themselves still. They're like still the Pikachu or whatnot inside the Pokeball. And then there's another one where like they go into like a sleep. They just sleep inside the Pokeball, which like probably isn't true because you can tell a lot of Pokemon like break out of their Pokeball when people talk about them or something like that. So that's probably not true. Another one was they get like turned into like red goop. That like that's what they are inside the Pokeball. They're not actually themselves anymore. They're just that red energy thing, and then they just get like changed back to normal after that. So this is going to be a really, really hard level, guys. Just check it out. I have a 4th tier ninja. I've got a cannon, which I'm going to get up to 3rd tier fairly soon, which I actually really like the positioning on my 3rd tier cannon. I felt like it's a nice position. But if we see a Moab coming out, I mean, it's going to be difficult. There's nothing about it that's going to be easy. I decided to go for the 3rd tier cannon instead of something more Moab, or instead of more Moab popping power-tastic, because is a regrow level. This is a regrow Zoma God tile, so that is just difficult to say the least. We've got camo thing. Oh, look at that, I did it. I used the anti-camo dust. Fancy that. Never do that. But today, I will be the master. So anyways, I'm much less worried about the Moabs than I am the regrow balloons that are going to come out. That are going to come out pretty much the entire time. If we get some big regrow rainbow balloons coming out here or something, I'm screwed. There's literally like nothing I could do about it. But hopefully with these 2 good grouped popping power towers, we can hopefully defeat most of these regrows and eventually end up winning. At least that's the plan. So, by the way, I don't actually have the Bloons Monkey City music because I don't have the original footage of the game. I only am using my post edit. I deleted it. I know, it's stupid. So here they go. Oh my god, this is actually really difficult. We've got a Moab coming out with a bunch of regrow balloons all over the place, and the real question becomes, will we be able to pop them all? It looks like we could, but it's just going to be difficult. The Moab's going to have to get distracted like crazy. We're going to use a little bit of road spike action. We get it birdie stuffed. We get most of them destroyed. The spike factor is going to clean a lot of them up, and we do end up killing that Moab. Need to get some more. Oh, perfectly terrible timing. Like, I want to afford it right now, but if I afford it now, so let's just road spike it really quick, and I'm going to actually have to Bernie stuff these guys. And we distract it perfectly, and we get the Moab Mauler just in time for this one, to at least shoot it a couple times. Hopefully it'll allow the Ninja to do perfect pop and power against it, and even if we can get extra mortar shot on it, oh, we do! We get a couple extra Bernie stuff mortar shots on it. But again, a little bit on the risky side right there. Luckily, the Spike Factory and the Ninja are surprisingly a good combo if you use them at like the exact right time. Alright, we'll get one more of these bad boys. I think that's all I'm going to need for a little while, though. Until we see BFBs or something, I don't really need them. I have so many... I'm so behind on videos, it's ridiculous. So look at that. No Bernie stuff equals terrible, terrible time for Chris. Terrible oh, there's Regal Rainbows, too. We're going to road spike the crap out of this stuff. We just have to. We might lose right here, guys. We might lose. No! No, I don't have any more. Oh, my God. This is terrible. I'm only going to do one continue. Otherwise, I'm going to have to retry and just try with a different weird strategy. Like, the Moab Maulers just aren't doing as much as I thought they would. And we just don't have enough balloon popping power. It's terrible, but it's true. What else could I change, though? Not very much. Rely on the Ninja a little bit more for balloon popping power, but, like, that's tough. So, there it is. We have to really micro out of this stuff. Really micro out of it. Get lucky with our mortar and whatnot. And nope, it's not going to happen, guys. Oh, that was so close. I want to try again. Or if we can afford that 4th tier cannon, that would be solid. Because you do get the money from the previous rounds, which is kind of nice. I will admit that. But there's nothing that I really want to get. Another 3rd tier cannon, I guess, is like a possibility. Or start. You know what? Let's get another ninja. Let's do it. Maybe that little tiny bit will help. This one's not the hard one. You know what? Let's Bernie stuff these guys. Get as many shots as possible. And look at that little extra ninja help. Look, could that really be the game changer for us? But there's still a lot of regrows coming in here. Again, the regrows are the biggest problem in the entire world. No matter what, you're always going to have problems with regrow rainbows and regrow leads and regrow ceramics. Look at these leads. Look at these leads. Look at these leads. No freaking way. Down to 15 lives. But we survived. And that's what the key is today, guys. We are still alive. I don't care how many lives I have as long as I'm alive. But I will not be using any more continues. If I lose again, I will accept my loss. And I will move on with my life. And, well, I'm going to have to retry it, though. And we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll save it for another day. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oops, didn't want to use a Monkey Apprentice. And again, I'm microing my mortar like crazy. I don't know if you guys realize how much I'm microing this guy. So, honestly, screw it. I'm going to get the Bloon Buster. Go through 2 layers. Get rid of those things. Bloon Buster. It's working out pretty well for us so far. If we can go from leads down to pinks, that is like perfect. Alrighty, so I'm kind of expecting a BFB to come out fairly soon, and like I still don't have very good balloon popping power. Like I'm relying on my ninjas a lot right now, so let's at least get that 4th tier cannon. It's not something that I would ideally get, but in this circumstance, I kind of have to get it. So that surprisingly worked out really, really well, I think. Another big rush of them, and there's the 4th tier cannon. Get it up fast. Come on, Chris. Come on, get it up fast. We need it right here, right now. And you get a 4-1 cannon, 4-2 cannon, full-out regrow rainbow rush against us, but we take it down. Woo! Suck my McNuggets. Hardcore. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling fancy. I'm feeling fancy right now. Really am. Got the adrenaline rushing and everything. We saw billions of regrow rainbows, and I took it. We took it down. So there's a big ceramic rush, but you can tell with the 4th tier cannon now, in combination with this Bloon Buster, that's something that I don't use very often. I think that's one of my, that would be like a top underrated tower, is like this guy right here, the Bloon Buster. At least for me. I never use him, and I probably should. You know what? Okay, so here we go. We've got this guy right here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I got the Monkey Village. And since with the 4th tier cannon, this should be enough. Slow down half of them. That's actually kind of perfect. If you keep half of them there, let half of them go through. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be that bad if they all popped right here. That would be cool too. But if that didn't happen, it's like it's not the end of the world. So anyways, I'm trying to keep everything in the range of this Monkey Village. So if this can reach to the front, that's okay. It's pretty good. But now that we got BFBs popping out, if we got like too many BFBs popping out, it's not going to be a good thing. Anyways, I'm actually going to go for these left-sided upgrades, because that is going to increase all of my towers by a lot. You know, I think it's right around the time where it's going to break even on me, as far as, like, doing that or building another Moab Mauler. We got another one of these guys, and it is indeed cheaper. And that's the last Moab Mauler I'm going to get for a little while. I still need to get some balloon popping power and stuff. I'm thinking Arctic Wind, but, like, I don't think I should get the Arctic Wind until I get the 2-3 Monkey Village. That's something that I did last game that was, I don't know if that was backwards, or forwards, or sideways, or going to heaven, or going to hell. I don't know which way it was. I couldn't really tell you. So, like, it didn't really help with my other towers that are already there. But this is really, since I'm going heavy cannons right now, this will help all the towers that I have. Very, very nicely, actually. So, we're only 10 rounds away. Is there anything else that we can do to kind of change our stuff? You know what? I am honestly thinking, like, engineer. We'll get an engineer. We'll get that extra money. I'll sell him once I get to around, like, 25 or something. Hopefully we'll get enough balloon trap action going on for us. Hopefully we can keep him out of the range of over here. So there we go. We'll go boom, boom, boom. That's also some cleansing foam, which is, like, it's not a bad thing to get. But I'm actually getting this for extra money. That's what you guys gotta understand. I'm not getting it for balloon pop and power or anything. I'm trying to get the stuff to go into this balloon trap right here, which he did put it in kind of a bad spot. You know, that's in his range and everything. I'd much prefer it to be up in the front here, though. as you can plainly see, because now it's not going to get us as much money. I would actually, honestly, you know what? I'm going to change my strategy on this. I'm just going to put it all the way down here. Again, all I'm using this for is the balloon trap. So even if it means I have to spend a little bit extra money, I'm going to sell it in a few minutes anyways, so it's not a big deal. So anyways, so this is interesting. It's worth less money because we're in the later rounds. It's not worth less money because we already made enough money off of it. Oh, that is interesting. So we're still getting like quite a bit of money though, as you can plainly see. If we use it the right way and we put it all the way in the front here, $100 every few seconds extra, well, since it's down to $25 already, $26, is actually not worth it. So now we know, balloon traps late game, not going to be giving us $600 every single time, like I thought. So it's about that time. Let's get the Arctic Wind flown. $12 from that guy. Ridiculous. And there's the first ZOMG. So we got to get at least one more of these bad boys. And then the balloons are going to be bad. So let's you know, I got to sell this guy. I'm actually going to probably, oh man, this is going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. What am I going to do? Oh my god, I wish these things were worth money somehow. I'm going to kind of have to see when things come out. How bad are the balloons going to be? Okay, I did it. I was a little bit fancy there, but overall, I think it was worth it. What I did was I sold my balloon trap, built a Moab baller with that money. Then I was like, okay, now I realize I don't have enough balloon popping power, so I got the Arctic Wind. Now I'm really hoping that this is still enough Moab popping power. So this thing's attacking strong. All right, strong. There's a lot of BFBs here coming through though. Come on, little buddies. Come on, little buddies. You can do it. Uh-oh. This isn't good at all, guys. This isn't good at all. That's a lot of stuff right there. It's a lot of stuff. Road spike spam. Road spike spam. Chris, you don't have any money left. Chris, you don't have any money left. Oh my god. Could we do it? Could we do it? Get that Bloon Buster in there. And the Bloon Buster is going to bust through those balloons. Big bosoms of deliciousness. Just rocked them. Whoa. Alright, so we still need more Moab popping power. I'm down to like no road spikes at all. I don't know what else I can do. There's still a Zoma God coming out. So this is just bad. This is just bad news for Chris. You know what? We're gonna actually have to sell one of these bad boys, and we're gonna have to get more Moab Mauler action. I'll actually put one over here. That's actually not that bad of an idea. Now that these guys are getting so far, strong one. Yeah. So this shouldn't actually turn out to be as bad as before. Yeah. Woo! Now that we got one on this side as well. Perfection. And I'm just going to stick with just Moab Maulers instead of getting the frag bombs, because I really, really need that extra grouped Moab popping power instead of the certain Moab popping power. Frag bombs are a little bit better for certain Moab popping power, like one Moab coming out, he's a little bit better. But for big groups of Zoma Gods and everything, this is the way I like to go. Alright, so if we're taking down Zoma Gods before they get to the runaround area, I don't think anything's going to kill us unless we see like 3 Zoma Gods coming out at the same time or 2 Zoma Gods coming out at the same time. Then it's going to be a little bit tricky. I don't know if I could work my way around that. Hopefully I could somehow. Maybe even selling the 4th tier cannon, because we don't really need him anymore as much. There's 2 Zoma Gods on top of each other. That's not a big deal for us though. I don't think that's a big deal for us. 4th tier cannon obviously does help out, but like he's not a necessity at all. I could totally sell him if I see 3 Zoma Gods, or if I see I don't have enough Moab popping power. So let's see what we can do. I'm thirsty. This is going to get crazy, though, guys. It's going to get crazy. Excuse me. There it is. The three Zoma Gods. Exactly what we didn't want to see, but exactly what we can deal with. So let's get this stuff up. We'll get another Moab Mauler. We're actually going to get another one on top of that if we can afford it. And we can indeed afford it. We'll get the extra little things over here as well. Put them all on strong if we can. And oh my goodness, put a couple on first, maybe. I don't know. Put a couple on first. Oh, this is getting so close, guys. So close. Could we do it? Put them all on first. They're all going to be attacking those random little mobs. There's a lot of health left on those guys, and we have taken all the meat off the bone. There's nothing left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a lot of balloons sticking through here. I don't have that 4th tier cannon anymore, so there's a lot of balloons that have to get popped by these guys. And we do. We survive the craziest regrowth, oh my god, in a while, and we've done it. We get a monkey knowledge pack on top of it, so let's go check out those monkey knowledge packs. So what do we got? Something fancy? Something cool? I hope so. Chugga chugga boom boom. 3 stings. Oh man, that's terrible. So banana farm, we went up a rank, so that's everything's 2% cheaper. That's kind of nice. Cash from each banana increased by 1. I guess that's kind of nice too, I guess. Base cost 8% cheaper. That's actually pretty darn cheap. Well, I guess that's not that great because, like, it's okay. Let's just put it that way. It's okay. I don't even want that other thing. But now we have 10% increased projectile speed. So that's actually not too bad. Oh, the bigger bombs upgrade costs 100 less. So that would actually make the bigger bombs upgrade more effective if it's only $300 now. I might actually buy him more often for that. So we'll think about that for sure. But anyways, that's all I'm going to have you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Obviously, if you did, throw a like down there. I do appreciate those. And have a super duper delicious day.